What's up, guys? This is Ryan from H&S Motorsports here. We're out here at Glen Helen Raceway on this beautiful day. Today we're going to be going over the 2024 model Orion 16. We're going to compare it to last year's model, the Gen 1 or 2023 model. And then also we're going to show you a Stacyc 16 as well, kind of show you the size differences, comparisons. We're going to go over everything that the riders have been telling us, parents have been telling us about these bikes. But first, let's go to the track and let's go rip it. Come on. Ready? All right, guys, so we got our three little rippers right here. We've got two volunteers riding the Orion 2024 20-inch, the Orion 2024 16-inch, and then this is the 23 Gen 1 16-inch right here. So we'll go ahead and do a little lap and we'll see how they compare. So we went ahead and swapped the riders after the last race. The Orion 2023 model actually beat it. You can see on the bottom end that it has the lithium-ion battery and it's got a little bit more punch on the bottom end. So we're gonna swap the riders, we're gonna race again, and we're gonna see how it turns out. Riders ready, set, go. All right, guys, so now we went ahead and rode these bikes, so let's kind of get in depth with the two of them. This is the 2023 model, Gen 1. This is the 2024 Gen 2, just came out. You can obviously see there is a big difference. Riser bars do come stock on these models now. This is kind of the early Gen 1 where it did have low bars. So you can see just the design of the bike is taller. The down tube is obviously extended a few inches and much wider for the battery. This has an 8-amp-hour battery. This is giving you roughly a 4-hour ride time depending on conditions. If you're out here racing at the track, we're probably looking about 2.5 hours. So definitely a big increase in battery over the 5-amp-hour battery on this one. Now you can see down tube size is huge. It has been extended, so this bike is a little bit larger and a little bit heavier. Now compared to the Stacyc 16, we'll kind of bring that one out and show you. The Stacyc is 20 pounds. This one is roughly 35 pounds. So this is a little bit bigger bike for the little rippers. It is a rear hub drive, so the motor is in the back again, which is standard for a lot of the other bikes. Only Stacyc right now uses the mid-drive. Apollo, Revy, they also have another mid-drive, but those aren't really big here in the US yet. So the big differences for this one is we'll see there's an LCD display right here, and we'll go ahead and turn it on by pushing this power button. And so now all of the speed functions are in this LCD display. So you want to go up to full speed, you're going to hit gear 3, and then you're going to be in full speed, and then you're ready to go. Now on last year's model, if you wanted to switch it, you'll see we actually have Velcro right here so we can adjust the speed for the little rippers. There is a 3-way switch on the bottom, and inside there's a 50% speed reduction plug. So that's why we have this Velcro here, so we don't always have to undo the screws for the skid plate to change the speeds for each rider. So it's a huge update in order to have this LCD display here and all the functions controlled through here. The paint is much better. The graphics are actually baked into the paint, and they are clear coated over. Last model did have a graphics sheet that came with the bike. Not a huge deal, but it is nice to pull the bike out of the box and then not have to worry about putting stickers on, because we all know how the kids are. They want to ride it, they don't care about the stickers. So huge update. Tires are a little bit thicker. They do come with better tires out of the box. So overall, it's a great improvement over last year's model. Now, one of the things that I do like to do in the videos is we'll kind of go over obviously the good, but I kind of want to bring up some of the points that some other parents might say, little rippers about the bikes, which, you know, they think that needs to be improved, or just some areas of concern. So the two main ones right now is this bike is in race mode. So we have a video on our YouTube channel telling you how to put it in race mode. Now, if you'll look right here, we're in gear 3. And we're going full speed, which is roughly 27 miles an hour, 28 depending on the GPS. But if we want to go ahead and change to gear speed 2 or 1, we're still hitting that same 27 miles an hour. If you look at the display, it says we're still in speed 1. So right now we'll tell that this bike is in race mode, because it doesn't matter if you're in speed 1, 2, or 3, you're still hitting that same 27 miles an hour as indicated here on the speedometer. Now, you do need to be aware that if you turn the bike off and turn it back on, it's still gonna be in race mode. Some parents, you know, would like it to say gear 4 or R for race mode, so just be aware that if you do give the bike to someone else and you put it in speed 1 thinking that it's gonna do, you know, roughly 5 or 7 miles an hour, it's actually gonna go full speed and go into that. So that's definitely an area of concern. Just be aware of that. Also, the battery technology is LiFePO4 batteries. It's not lithium ion as last year. So when you see the comparison with the Riders, you'll see how this bike had a lot more punch on the bottom end, and that's because of those lithium ion batteries. They do have more punch and more potential. LiFePO4 are usually used for battery banks because of their low discharge rates and their capacity to be discharged further. Just like our Red Eye battery bank right here, this is a LiFePO battery, and so this really helps you with the charge cycles as well. So it is a great bike. I just want everybody to know that that is some of what the differences are with this bike. So if you have this last generation bike and you're expecting a lot of differences, there are, but it's going to be a little bit of give and take. So that's going to be the big one with that. Now, when you are riding not in race mode and you're in speed 1, 2, or 3, be aware there is no lockout on this display. So I'll show you right here. So we're going to go ahead and start riding, and you can actually, as you're riding, you can change the speed modes, and you can actually go to speed 1, 2, and 3 while you're riding the bike. So there is no lockout. So got to make sure that your kids, you know, don't touch that. I know Orion likes to say this teaches responsible riding, but just be aware that you can change those speed modes while you're riding. There is no lockout mode. There are front lights, a horn, and a rear light. We don't have them installed on this model. We didn't want to put them on because we were racing them out here at the track. We didn't want to break them. So it does have some nice features. So it is a huge upgrade over last year's model. Now, Orion does have race batteries coming very soon that are lithium ion that will be great for racing. So we think once we get those batteries installed, then it'll really make this bike a great race bike. Now, for the average rider riding in the neighborhood, this is going to be an awesome bike. So I just want people to know that if you have this model and you're upgrading, those are going to be some of the key differences there. Let me go ahead and bring a Stacyc 16 over here, so that way we can kind of see the size comparison. So we had this Stacyc 16 donated to us. We haven't really had any stock Stacycs around, and everyone said, dude, you need a stock Stacyc. So thank you for Billy and Room Racing. They actually donated this Stacyc 16 to us. So you can see here, The handlebars are going to be a little bit lower on the 16. This does have the riser bar kit. Stock, they do have a low bar kit. And the seat does go a little bit lower on the Stacyc. Again, this is only 20 pounds with the battery. And this one, we're looking 35 pounds. So that's going to be some of the key differences there, as well as, you know, the rear hub motor, the weight's going to be in the back. But with the Stacyc 5 amp hour battery, you're only going to be getting roughly about 30 to 40 minute runtime. With the Orion here, if you're just cruising in the neighborhood, depending on your speed mode, you're going to get up to 4 hours of ride time. So you're not going to have to worry about that. So like I said, the battery is down here in the down tube. The charging port is right here on the side of the bike. So those are going to be the main differences between the Orion, the Stacyc, and then also the last year's model, the 2023 model. Go ahead, let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You know, we've got all kinds of content we're doing racing out here in Southern California. If you do want to try the bikes, we are out here at Glen Helen. We also go to Lake Elsinore. We travel around. Let us know. We do rent these bikes out, so if you want to come try them out before you buy, let us know, and we'll go ahead and rip them on the track. If there are any other models you want us to see, you want to see us review, talk about, test at the track, let us know in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and pick one up, and we'll check them out for you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.